Okay, I gotta record this real quick because I'm having the thoughts about it. It is a Saturday morning, and I have obligated myself to bartending for a friend. My friend is the owner of a brewery in a very small town near my little tiny town. So there's like several little teeny tiny farm towns all around. But when I moved here, I found this little brewery. This guy making homebrew in his garage. Literally. He's been making beer, and it would be a place that I would go and drink, and he makes really good black IPA. That doesn't even give you a hangover, so it's dangerous. It's one of those. And I appreciate craft beer and the art that goes into wine and liquors and distilleries, like all that. I think there's just such an art to it, but I'm not drinking. But I'm going to bartend, only sling beer. I'm not making drinks or nothing. Just his beer and some cider while he hosts a annual pinup model costume contest that he just does this every year through his brewery, and also classic car show. So I saw that I wasn't busy on the day that he posted it on Facebook today, and thought I'll go help him because he appreciates it, and I just make tips and I get out. It gets me out because I am at home a lot. I work from home. I stay home and do projects. There's not anywhere to really go close by for me to just be like, oh, let's go down to the water. No water. Blah, no water. You know, it's not like I just go anywhere. If I go somewhere, it's to like go shopping and get groceries and supplies. There's not really much around. So this gets me out, and I ain't drinking. And I just had this thought while I was getting ready, which is why I grabbed my phone to record this, is I'm already proposing forward when I get home later today. I'm already linking up with the feel-good feeling of knowing that I didn't drink and not coming home intoxicated already or bringing home growlers of his beer. I have growlers, but it's the reality. I can go and fucking have fun and not fucking drink. Please. Like, I want to cry about this. And I want to know that I'm going to go and bartend and see a lot of happy people out there because they're high on dopamine, but really just hope everybody gets home safe. It's pretty big around here. People usually ring in the DDs. Last year I did this for him, and it seemed like a lot of people had DDs, which was great. A car show, you know. But it was really hot last year, and this year it's not as hot. I wasn't outside, I'm in the bar, so it's fine. Anyways, I'm a little emotional, but I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to drink. And when I first signed up for it, because I told him, hey, I'm not busy, I can do this, and he was so stoked. Helping him out, and I get tips. And would get free alcohol if I were drinking. But I wish he had kombucha on tap. We should have a kombucha bar. Will it last in kegs? I don't know. Yeah. I'm going to relax and not get too excited. And link up with the feeling that's already there when I get home. Knowing I didn't drink. And being okay with that. Being okay with that, and being okay with knowing it's still like out there. Like, I just don't consume it. I can be around it. I just don't consume it. I was at his bar last weekend just checking in with him because they had another event in the little town that his bar's in. I was in the bar, and I was in there probably for 40 minutes and didn't drink. And I was like, okay. Like, I just knew I wanted to check in anyways. Besides fact, it's even more strict that there's no way I'd even drive. Usually if I go out, it's 2 and come home. And But now, after this accident, it's like if I drink it again, there's no way I could go drink and then like drive. It's like, if I'm gonna drink, it better be at home. But I'm not gonna drink. I'm just saying, like, if there was a time, then it shall not be if I were to drive. I'm gonna say, I could say wish me luck, but don't, because you don't need to. I'm gonna do this. I have more fun. I have more fun, they say. And that's what I'm like, I think I'm more fun. I think I'm more clear, not blah, blah, blah. There's some videos. That's kind of why I wanted to post videos of pre-rollover, because I'm different, I think, in those. I'm kind of sloppier. But again, I'm still learning and rewiring. It's still brand new. It's a very new relationship. I broke up with the I broke up with alcohol. I broke my relationship with alcohol and starting a new one with life. So, got ready to head out to bartend. I did make like a few hundred bucks in tips last year, so it's kind of worth it. I just don't consume the alcohol. Anyways, but got ready and see him. There's our owl. That's Owl. There he is. Oh, he's on YouTube. Oh, Howl the owl. Treg. She gets to be little bits. And I think it just landed above me. He's like, hey, I'm here. Yes, I caught it. I caught it. I have some photos when I came home one day from a walk, or came back from a walk, and he was sitting right by the house in the yard and watched us walk up the road, or up the driveway. So, but we're gonna go on a walk. So I have this like trail system through trees around the place. Walk the doggies. But it gets pretty overgrown now with the wheat. The wheat. Totally headed out. There's a lot of ticks out there. Yippers! But in this trail, I usually have a trail here. We sort of do. We just make our way. Totally overgrown. And usually because the trees just start to weight down every year, I come out here and snip them with my chainsaw, but I got behind because of injury. So my task list is a little backed up because of my injuries from the accident. So I got to get busy as soon as I can. I was feeling good, and then I had that tooth pulled, and then I felt like crap again. So that popped up, so things just were getting a little overwhelming. But because I hadn't drank for a while, I recognized this is overwhelming. Got a little crabby with my friend, and I was just like, all right, don't poke the trauma. It's still a struggle, but they're like talking to me. I live in a bird sanctuary, I swear. Hi, Tuck. We're ready to walk, he says. Okay, come on, let's keep going. And then I weed eat too, but physical injury. I wasn't going to start my weed eater. I might be able to swing it when I was... No, it was out of the question to do all that stuff. So now it got overgrown. And I need to either weed eat and saw or lop or what. Well, shoot, the other day I was outside with the dogs and they both ran. They're so funny. Sometimes when there's wildlife behind the house, back here behind the house, behind the trees. They run into the yard. At least they stay in the yard. Or they might run into the yard and then to the back fence, the back of the fence, to see what it is. So this happened the other day, and I'm like, oh, what is that? When I first moved here, there wasn't a lot of deer here because of a disease called blue tongue disease. Drink from ponds. It's a parasite on the edge of the water source. They inhale it or drink it, and it blows up their tongue, I guess, blue, and swells up and suffocates them. But now the deer are coming back. In the last 2 years, deer are coming back. So I ran out the yard. They ran into the yard to the back fence, and I ran out the yard through my little pathway straight through rather than going around. And I see a deer running up this hill, and then I was further down this path, and so a deer going up this way, and apparently one coming down this trail, which I didn't know, but as soon as I came out my trail and intersected with this one, the deer ran by. I'm like 15 feet from it, and it runs by and toggles its ear at me. I saw it toggle its ear, which it like identified, but then stopped and looked at me, and I'm like, darn, I wish I had my phone. And was like salivating, just drooling down, and just looked at me. Was almost kind of wanted to engage, but then turned back and just took off down the trail. It was so great. It was so great. And the dogs just pick out things. I've come out here in slippers and a robe with a broom in my hand because there's a freaking raccoon harassing. Yeah, the raccoons kind of want to live here sometimes. I go, no, you need to go live somewhere else. You're fine in nature, not on the homestead. Yeah, it's wild. We're walking before I go bartend, and I'm just gonna have fun talking to people. I had a lot of fun last year, and I've always had a strong appreciation for craft beer and the hop production in agriculture across Washington State and Montana. Yeah, you know, just like the wheat production, you have to appreciate it. There's an art, and I just wish it wasn't such a problem. The wine industry, I mean, how far back everything goes historically, and the craft, and how people have kept it up in their family generations. It's just amazing, and something to really, really appreciate, I think, in our alcohol production, what we've distilled and brewed and fermented. It's a good art. But myself, like many, many millions of us, I know I'm not alone in this. This isn't just me, pushes it too far. And the reason I drove my truck that day, yeah, it's just, I set aside my awareness of how intoxicated I was to leave my house that day, to be out away from my house. So I just needed to drive away, sadly. And I dismissed my awareness of how intoxicated I was. But I also envision, if I hadn't, and I didn't wreck, then I wouldn't have stopped drinking. And that idea kind of makes me sick. The idea of coming out of this alive and radiant, full of life, means life forward. And yeah. Rock on. I'm gonna go have some fun with some peoples. And blessings or prayers, if you may, to everyone out there that does drink. Do not drive. Oh, please, please, please. Well, good evening, and this is just the official video recording after my day bartending and didn't drink and didn't bring any home. Didn't really crave it. Saw plenty of it. Got some spilled on me, which then kind of stunk later. You know, just the smell of a bar, but had fun. Had good pizza, got to see some classic cars, help my friend out who owns the bar, and he runs this every year, so he just always looks for help. And there's some repeat customers and some repeat pinup model contestants. So it was fun. Official video. Went and bartended for about, let's see, I was there about 11 to 6 and didn't drink. And I'm home. And my goal was to remember to link up to coming home and feeling good about not drinking. So here I am. I need to link up with that and feel good about it, not just brush it off like, oh, I didn't, okay, well, bummer or something. No, feel good about it. Yay! Thanks for sharing. Thanks for letting me share. And I hope some folks can glean from my videos and or share or grow and help me grow too. I think sharing is awareness. We can find support and connection with others. Yeah, reach out.